It's showtime, folks. Welcome in, Chase and Big Joe, 1025, 1063, the game here on this Monday. Chase McCabe, Big Joe Dubin, Dr. Crane, Nick Frazier on the ones and twos. Hope you're having a wonderful start to your day. There we go, Dr. Crane. Sounds good. What's up, JoJo? How you doing?
It's I don't sound. There we go. Turn that volume up a little bit. Sounding good. I'm ready, man. It's a Monday. Exciting time to be here. Let's go do this today.
Yeah.
What we're doing, we'd have no idea.
Oh, that's generally it every day. But, we're excited about it. Nonetheless, we are officially in the middle of June, which, is typically where we have some fun, which we always try and have fun, but definitely with that. But I want to start with this. Saturday night, you and I had fun out in Clarksville at F&M Bank Arena. That was really cool. The Nashville Cats take on Corpus Christi, absolutely throttle them 80-18. People are like, did they win? Like, oh, they won.
Yeah,
they won.
time.
They won in the first quarter. That thing was over. But it was really cool, and they have punched their ticket to the playoffs, and more details are going to be coming out on that, but it looks like they will host a playoff game, so with the way the seeding worked out. So we'll pass that along when we know more, but really, really cool to see that with the Cats and Jeff Fisher and Greg Pogue and everybody, Bobby, what all they've done. Really, really cool.
It was a fun night. It was packed house. It was loud. It was
such a great arena.
Really good. Arena looks great. Team played well. Crowd was into it. The crowd stayed after the game. Probably 80% stayed after the game. Got on the field, signed an autograph. It was fun. As we've talked about, we know this isn't the damn Super Bowl in the NFL, but it's still football, and it was a great time. And what a great idea to put that game in Clarksville. Hello to all of our friends in Clarksville. People stop by and say hi to us in the radio booth Saturday nights. It was a lot of fun. And they'll play this weekend. Now, where they're going to play, we don't know yet, but it's a home game, and we'll find out. As soon as we find out, we'll let you guys go. But the best thing about that, Chase, we saw a ton of families.
Yes.
A ton of families that were there Saturday night. So let's run it back. And, the Cats are the number 2 seed. And if the number 1 seed loses, which is Albany, and Cats win, they host an AF1 championship game. So let's see what happens. But take care of business on this weekend and then go from there.
Yeah. So really fun. And, if you're looking for cool things to do, AF1 is certainly one of those things, especially this time of year as hopefully the league continues to grow. So really, really cool there. All right, Joe, I know you're ready for our countdown.
Hit it, Dr. Crane. Yes, today, my friends, we are officially 68 days away. The countdown is on from the start of the college football season. So with that, we ask, with the number 68, who's your favorite all-time athlete to wear number 68? And Chase McCabe, this one shouldn't be too difficult if you are a Tennessee Titans fan.
Kevin Mawae.
Kevin Mawae, the Hall of Famer, played here from 06 to 09, one of the best signings that Floyd Reese ever did, with him and Chris Hope and David Thornton coming in here and changing the culture of that franchise and that locker room. And Kevin Mawae into the Hall of Fame, number 68. Dr. Crane, do you have a favorite number 6? It's an odd number. I get it. Not odd that it's an even, but it's odd that there's not a lot of.
I'm waiting for the smart person on. It's an even number.
You got it, Dr. Crane? Give me one.
I don't have a 68 off the top of my head.
All right, I'll give you one. From the Steel Curtain, L.C. Greenwood. My God, Jermaine Joe Green and the gang up front. L.C. Greenwood, not in the Hall of Fame, should be in the Hall of Fame. Not a famous number 68. And there's some other famous number 68s, but as always, we want to hear from you, our great listening audience, 615-737-1025. You can call or text. Who is your all-time favorite number 68?
Okay, that is a good one. We will talk about that throughout the show. You also have a question of the day that I think will really get people talking, because I have a lot of different tentacles to this question.
Yes. Real quick, there's another homegrown talent with number 68, Dennis Harrison, who plays
that is a good
Murfreesboro and played at Vanderbilt and Philadelphia Eagles. Dennis Harrison, a number 68. He's also 6'8", 6'9", whatever it was. Dennis Harrison's a good man from our area, so we will hear that as well. Also, there's a former Father Ryan coach, Dr. Crane, who wore number 68 in the NFL. Only coached at Ryan for a year right after you left, but he's number 68. He's most famous for throwing an opponent's helmet in the Superdome about 90 yards. Do you know who it is?
After I left?
Yeah, he coached 1 year.
No, I don't.
Do you know who it is? He lives in Nashville.
No, I don't know.
He's crazy.
Please just tell the answer.
Oh my God. God. Kyle Turley.
Ah, there you go.
Name does not
Saints-
sound familiar.
Saints player. He coached only 1 year after. You've been gone, but he threw a helmet in the Superdome defending his quarterback. He was crazy, but he lives
Maybe
here.
that's why he's there for a year.
That could be it. That could be. All right, our question of the day. Last night, I got this question about what NFL team has never changed their logo. And it was just down in this deep rabbit hole, changing logo on the helmet. And, they're like, well, the Cowboys changed the logo. No, they didn't. They just changed the shading on that. The Browns had Brownie the Elf in the 40s as their logo. And the answer is the Texans have not changed the logo, but it's only been since 2002. So I started thinking, some people like, well, the Titans have never changed their logo. Well, the Titans were the Oilers, if you're not smart enough to figure that out. So the question today is, when the Titans move in that stadium in 27, we're talking about jerseys and numbers, should they do a complete jersey overhaul? Should they do everything? I say yes. Keep the helmet logo, but give me red. I want red jerseys. I want a whole new branding when they go over there into the new stadium.
Let me go ahead and just debunk you. They've already said that they're doing the baby blue, and they've already said Warren Moon has said they're changing the uniforms.
Till I see it, I'm not going to believe it.
Yeah, I mean, that's to me is out there. I like the idea of a red uniform. In my mind, it would probably be a alternate. But if they're going to go back to the Columbia Oiler blue, which I'm fine with, they should. Nobody else is really.
Okay.
I mean, Chargers kind of, Panthers kind of, but that's such an iconic look. I'm fine with that, and then use red as an alternate.
I'm all about the red jerseys, home jerseys.
Yeah.
Make them red.
Now, for me, I'm cool updating the logo, and I kind of feel like they are, because some of the renderings that you see do kind of show a different looking logo. Like, I don't see the flaming thumbtack, which everybody's kind of called it over the years, but I like the T. Like, the T's cool, but maybe it is time to retire the flames.
Is that the Greek T?
I guess.
Remember Rand had that stupid hat on?
Yeah.
Something along those lines.
I like the sword logo.
Yep.
Like that one's cool.
Give me the sword logo with
Put
the
that
red
on
helmet.
the helmet.
With the red helmet.
Ooh, a red helmet. Mm.
Give it to me. Give me all the red. Give me all the red.
So what I would like to see is a white helmet. If you go back to a Oilers similar look, I'm okay with it. Baby blue or Columbia blue, white helmet, white or blue pants, dark blue pants, light blue pants, whatever. The red, white, and blue stripes I think are cool.
Right.
Have red as an accent color, dark blue as an accent color, and then give me alternates that are. I still think the NFL should do a throwback weekend, so do a throwback, but give me alternates that there's a red version, there's a red helmet. I mean, you could do so many different uniform combinations. They're allowing you to have, I think, 3 helmets now. So
I don't want alternates. I want this to be permanent. I want this. Give me the red and the white. White on the road, red at home. I just think something's got to pop. You cannot. I think it'd be a big mistake carrying the same uniform and branding into the new stadium.
all right, what teams currently have red as their primary color? Cardinals,
Chiefs.
Falcons.
But you can do a deep red, right? Don't the Falcons want a deep red, the Cardinals but I mean,
Are you talking about the red that is like the stars on the current logo?
yeah,
Like that shade
give me
of red?
red. Yeah. Yep. Not the brightest red, but a red. But I think the helmet. I
the
just want
helmet?
something new that goes in
White
there.
pants or red pants?
I love red pants.
So
They'll
all
never
red.
do that. They'll never do that.
That's too much red.
They'll never do that. They'll go
Now, I'll tell you what would look pretty sweet right now is this current uniform combination with a red top. Blue helmet,
Yeah.
red top, and blue pants.
I could see that. I'm on board with that. I think just change it. I mean, I know
Yeah.
they did it in 2018. They unveiled the new Greek and the letters, the block letters. I
Yeah,
get
I've
all
never
that.
gotten into those. I mean, now the other thing too that I think would be cool if you do the throwback weekend and they decide we're going to throw back to the Titans and do the 2-tone blue.
Okay.
99, that 99 uniform, dark blue, baby blue on the shoulders and white pants, white helmet. You do that as your throwback, wear it once a year. I'm cool with it.
I like that. I like the sword on the helmet. I do. I think that's going to be perfect and have it some looking just like vibrant and powerful on the helmet and go for it because you're going to sell so much merchandise on the new stuff. It's going to make your head spin. So I think they should do all that. Again, they're not going to listen to us, but I think it'd be kind of cool to do that. And it came off the question of like what NFL teams have changed their logo throughout. And, you know, I think Green Bay, Chicago, and Dallas are the ones that truly have not changed their logo for the most part. And there's like not really a definitive answer because there's so many twerks to the logos throughout the years, but those are the ones. And it'd be kind of cool to see that. It would be fun when they move in the new stadium. Plus, this is a great June topic.
Yeah. 615-737-1025. By the way, a lot of Jaromir Jagr for 68, which is obviously a good one in hockey. But what do you think? Should the Titans do, I'm just going to phrase it as a full rebrand when they move into the new stadium. Continue to be the Titans, but new uniforms, which we feel like that's coming, according to Warren Moon, new logo, all of those things. It's not like it hadn't been done before in this city. The Predators did a pretty significant rebrand, some 12 years ago, whatever it was, when they went to the gold and got rid of the blue look that they had. So should the Titans do the same thing? 615-737-1025. We're up and running here on this Monday. It's Chase and Big Joe, 1025, 1063, The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 1025, 1063, the game. 615-737-1025. That's our phone and text line, driven by WilsonCountyHyundai.com. Our question of the day, Joe, is
should the Titans change that uniform they head into their stadium in 3 years? We talked about teams that have never changed their logo. A lot of teams have changed their logo throughout the years. A couple have remained kind of constant. Colts, Packers, a few of those. The Texans are the ones that do that. But that's only been around since 2002. And also today, 68 days from the start of college football. Give us another 68, famous 68 jersey that you like. Dale sent in and said, what about former Vol Bruce Wilkerson that wore number 68 up in Knoxville? I'm not sure what he wore at the Raiders when he played all those years, but he was a number 68. And also, Rob says, what about Richie Incognito when he played
that's a good one, yeah.
for the Miami Dolphins and the Bills? Remember, he allegedly bullied that guy, and it came out that he didn't bully the guy, and all the things went out that, and he got kind of banished from the league. But Bruce Wilkerson and Richie Incognito, number 68s.
On the Titans uniforms, again, to kind of remind everybody, Warren Moon kind of, I think, probably prematurely slipped this out that, that the Titans would be making uniform changes. A lot of people kind of ran with that would be for this year. He never said for this year. The only change they're making this year is they're wearing the Titans blue, as they refer to it, the Columbia blue, as their primary. Okay. So it'll still be the same uniform set that they've worn the last few years, but the primary will be the light blue. They won't wear the Oilers throwbacks this year, and then use the dark blue as an alternate.
Man, I saw a great picture the other day of Warren Moon. I guess they enhanced the picture, but he was throwing the ball and those Oiler blues. He looked so good.
Yeah.
I mean, the old Derek on the side of the helmet looked so good. But I get it. I mean, yeah, it's in the past.
What if I said to you, okay, here's what they're going to do. They're going to go back to an Oiler look, white helmet with the sword logo.
Okay.
All Columbia blue top, updated numbers. And I know you love the old block numbers, but updated numbers, modern numbers. And then you have different pant combinations with essentially the red, white, and blue stripe down the pant leg.
I like it. I'm more of the helmet and jersey. To me, the pants,
the pant, yeah.
But I mean, there's a great, and I'm trying to find a helmet where it's like half red and it fades into a dark blue, and the sword logo is there. I mean, it's really good. I'm not a fan of white helmets. I've never been a fan of white helmets, and I think the white helmets and the Oilers and the Titans first got here weren't good. I like the helmets now. I like the blue. I like what it looks like now.
And I would keep the blue helmet as a, do a red, white, and blue.
Do you like the Cowboys when they go white helmet, blue logo?
I actually do, but I like it. The reason I like it is because they don't do it a lot.
Okay. All right. I get that.
So that's the thing. I think to make something special, you need to do it like once a year. Like make that and they're traditionally, I think they're doing it a couple times now, but traditionally that look is the Thanksgiving Day uniform.
I don't mind. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Remember what we did when the joint practice versus Seattle?
Oh, and they had the
throwbacks. We spent like 30 minutes like, my God, that's beautiful. Everybody came out in the throwback Seattle. Like that is beautiful. I get all that. So if some teams you go back to that, I know they never will, but it still looks good. But for the Titans going forward, I don't know. I heard Amy talk one time about how Bud didn't like red jerseys, didn't like the red, allegedly. So who knows? But I just think pop in that new stadium, get something that just stands out and looks good for you. And I think the red jerseys, different helmet with a sword would really be nice inside.
615-737-1025. It's fun to kind of look at concepts that people come up with for this. Nevada Josh says, how about a Wrath of the Titans kind of theme?
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't really know what that's referencing.
Is that some sort of Greek anthology or something? That's fine. But I don't like 5-6 different helmets. I don't. Give me 2 and that's fine.
Yeah, like my thing is Kenneth says, I don't see any cons for the Titans changing uniforms, revenue on sales, fresh start, and a little something to get fans excited about. You're moving into a new building.
Yep.
The owner's not changing anytime soon, but you have the opportunity to hit refresh. And you might joke, like one texter said, yeah, put lipstick on that pig, like whatever. but it is a refresh.
Mhm.
You got your quarterback, hopefully that's going to be your franchise guy. You move into a new building, why not just, new threads,
Oh, yeah.
which I think that's what's going to happen. I don't think this is happening next year. I think it's happening when they open the new stadium. New threads, update the logo. And here's the other thing. If they keep the logo they have now, that's fine. Like, I'm used to it. I don't hate it, but I could see an update like that you could, whether the sword becomes the primary or
Mhm.
the sword is more prominent. I like the TriStar. I think, and that's another thing for people that are from here. The TriStar means something because that's our state flag, and so I think that for me, the TriStar being featured on anything is important.
I agree.
For people that just moved here and don't understand it, they're like, what's up with the stars? That is our state flag, and that's the whole circle with the flames coming off. That's what that's supposed to be.
Yep.
So I think that is cool, but I don't know.
You can't copyright the state flag.
No.
So you can wear TriStar as much as you want.
Yep.
Whoever wants to do that and
Yep.
do all that. Why not recoup all that money for the Titans? Go just blast it out there, do the TriStar, own the things that you could do and get those things out there and make these jerseys look good. Now, I'm on favor. If you go on the road, all white.
Yeah.
Dark helmets, white jerseys, white pants, go on the road. Do you know why that there are all whites and dark uniforms in the NFL?
I don't.
Because when football hit TV, you had to have black and white.
Black and white, yeah.
Black and white TV. So one team had to wear dark jerseys, one team had to wear white, so you could discern who is who. Go on the road, wear all white. I'm good with that. At home, though, make it look good, man.
I guess that's the same thing with baseball with the gray, because on black and white you could definitely see the gray.
Yeah, had to be, right? Yeah. So do it.
I was gonna say, Chip in Mount Juliet said the Texans are red, white, and blue, maybe getting too close to them.
But I get it, but their primary is not blue. I mean, is that a shade of blue, right?
Yeah, it's
I'm
a dark
looking at-
blue.
yeah.
Yeah. They don't have they're trying to work in what they're calling the H-Town blue, but the Columbia blue.
To me, the Falcons reds of the 80s before they changed it to when Glanville got there. I like that. I thought it always looked good. They won games with it, but I still liked it. But
see, I think red and black is such a badass look for any, like you think about the Bulls of the 90s, the Falcons, as you mentioned, like the Falcons with the red helmet and the black logo.
Exactly.
Like that is such
Yes.
you're about to get bleeped
It looks
up.
great.
Look.
It looks great. That red helmet with Falcons is fantastic.
I think to your point on anything with red, like when Corey Curtis was on this morning, he referenced Kyle Vanden Bosch wearing the red tinted contact lenses. Like, they were like, yeah, they were kind of weird. I'm like, no, dude, they were so freaking badass. Like, they would show like the tight shot of his face with those, and I'm like, yes,
Yeah.
he's about to tear somebody's head off.
Because he's a badass. Brett Kern wearing those contacts,
Yeah,
not the same effect.
Sorry, Brett.
But I mean, Vanden Bosch was badass with
Right.
that. Yes. So I don't know. If they move into the stadium with the jersey getting, that's fine. I get it. But you've got an opportunity now to really make it pop. Why not take advantage of that?
Justin says, I'm on board with a total logo rebrand and red uniforms. Give it all to me. I'm so glad the Preds went away from baby poop yellow green jersey.
Got a point.
I am so glad they are primarily the gold color. It pops so much when you watch them at home.
Perfect. Heart that tweet, can you?
Yes.
Or that text.
Tommy says, I'd like them to go back to the Oilers uniform and helmet, just have the Titans logo. If they did that, I wouldn't hate that either.
Okay.
Like if it was I've even seen some concepts that they take the oil derrick and make it into like the Titans logo. And it's kind of neat. It's pretty sweet.
The helmet concepts are good. I just hope they find one that really is good like that.
But
take
take advantage of the rules and essentially have 3 or 4 different uniform combinations. Like be like college. They're letting you do that now. And guess what? You'll make more money doing it. But have a white helmet, have a blue helmet, have a red helmet, have a steel helmet, whatever, a gray helmet, like whatever.
Yeah, like I'm looking at this. There's a website called thehelmetproject.com.
Have a limestone helmet. We have limestone.
Right.
here.
I'm just looking at these like the Broncos with the big D on it, right? I mean, that was just a great helmet. I'm not a fan of the ones they got now, but
Well, they brought that back. I mean, they're using that more
for a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not fan. And then they got the white helmets,
with the
yeah.
orange D, which is cool. But the orange Crush uniforms are some of the most iconic
Oh yeah.
of all time.
Oh, they are. And
I
I'm
mean,
looking.
Tampa Bay Creamsicle, Miami Dolphins original ones, Oilers.
I tell you what got good with the Falcons. I'm looking at the 84 jerseys now when they went with the black face mask with the red helmet. That was the black face mask when the Steelers went with the Bradshaw in the late 90s, early 80s. That was like, oh, that looks really, really good.
I will say this because you mentioned you don't love a white helmet. I think one of the most like clean but also intimidating looks. The Bengals are doing it now with like they call them the whiteout stormtrooper uniforms with the white helmet with the black Bengal stripes and all white uniforms. I think the Colts, when they wear all white with the white helmets, white top, white pants, looks so clean, so good. I love that look.
What about the creamsicle Buccaneer guy?
Oh, those are the best.
Is he not?
Those
I mean,
are awesome.
He's got that knife in his mouth. He's ready
He's ready to fight.
to-
Marshall wants to weigh in on the jersey talk. Marshall, welcome in.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good.
Hey, so one of you brought this up at the beginning of your show. I forget which one, but I guess Warren Moon said something about getting new uniforms for the Titans.
Yep.
And I kind of have a tendency to disagree with that too, because number one, didn't we just get new uniforms not long ago? Number two, so I'm seeing all these promo photos of Cam Ward in a Titans jersey, and other players too. But anyway, what he's wearing is nothing different than what's been worn, in the past couple of years. Well, number three, I guess there's a number three. Maybe the changes that we're bringing back that baby blue color, because I think we've been without that for the past 2 years.
Yeah.
So, anyway, there's my thoughts.
Thanks for the call, Marshall. Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Marshall.
The changes that Warren Moon, I think, was referencing are down the line. Not that they're going back to the Titans blue,
Right.
which they did wear as an alternate last year, and it's basically the Oilers blue. And then they will wear those as the primary.
I laugh because how many under the breath were there? You son of, when he's Warren's talking about jersey talk
yeah.
and all that, they were like, oh, come on, man. Just don't, not now, not do that.
Oh, but you know what? I'm glad he did it because I know why he did it. I think it's like somebody behind the scenes was like, hey, Warren, he really wants to wear number 1. Can you just kind of back off of this a little bit? And he's like, sure. And then he leaks the uniform.
Right. So
I'll show you.
I'm looking at the Cardinals helmet now that been worn since 22. They went from the white helmet to the all black helmet with the mean Cardinal on it. It looks great. The problem is nobody gives a rat's ass about the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Not even them.
not even Phoenix doesn't care about them, but it looks good. And I like the fact that they did that. Hope the Titans do it as well.
So that kind of leads me into something I've kind of kept in the back of my head to bring up, and this is the perfect time to do it. Because Phoenix, to me, is not a good sports town. There's all this talk about Atlanta getting their third crack at an NHL team.
Crazy.
Which I agree with you. What defines a good sports town, and how close is Nashville to being that?
We'll discuss a June topic, baby.
We will discuss that coming up next. Chasing Big Joe on this Monday, 102.5, 106.3 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5, 106.3, the game here on this Monday. Hope you're having a great start to your day so far. We'll have some FIFA tickets to give away. The World Cup match at Geodis Park. So what is that? Is this a friendly?
It's a Club World Cup,
Club
the FIFA
World
Club
Cup.
World Cup. Yeah, so a lot of clubs around the world, they qualify for this and they get to play at different cities. So I think there was some going on in Miami last night, and now Nashville's hosting Friday, and then sometime next week. 2 games, that is, next week.
So it's because the World Cup's the World Cup.
Correct.
This is kind of a different thing.
Yeah, just for
Okay.
the clubs.
Gotcha. All right. Well, we will be giving those away a little bit later on in the program. But I brought this up about, what makes a city a good sports city. One issue you have is Nashville is not the only city where people are moving here, by the hundreds every day. But that's happening in a lot of major cities, and so that does kind of take away from it. Atlanta, to me, has never been a great sports town. It just, for whatever reason, in downtown Atlanta, it's not. Now, do people show up? Sure, but like the passion and everything that you would expect, I think it's probably been there for the Braves more than anyone. But they're an SEC town, like it's an SEC city. Georgia Bulldogs all day long. Georgia Tech has their following, but I mean, it's mainly Georgia Bulldogs.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't feel like the Falcons have like the rabid fan base that some cities have. And correct me if I'm wrong. Like, if you're from there and you're saying, no, you're completely out of touch, just like the song said, then tell me that. But like,
So
the Hawks,
what's a good sports town to you?
As crazy as this sounds, Cleveland is a great sports town.
Mhm.
They lose, but they show up. The Dog Pound is one of the best fan bases in the NFL. I think the same goes, maybe not as much for the Cavs and the Guardians, but definitely for the Browns.
So let me ask you this. What is Green Bay, Chicago, Detroit? Let me see what else.
Yeah, Chicago's a good one.
I give you Boston.
Yep.
What are they have a couple things in common.
New York.
New York to a certain extent. All blue collar,
Mm-hmm.
all generational.
Good
Right?
point. Yeah, good point.
So your grandpa grew up a Lions fan. Chase
yeah,
McCabe's.
like you don't just, like, when you're born, it's decided for
Yep.
you.
Yeah.
Like, that's a great point. Like, if you're born in Detroit, you are a Lions fan. You're a Tigers fan, Pistons. That's it.
You're good. I mean, Pittsburgh the
Wings.
same way. I mean, there's all those northern cities that grew up the generational that you knew, that your grandpa rooted for, that took you to the games. I think the Titans will get their generational, because there'll be games like, I went with my grandpa to that game. Now I'm taking my son to the game, and on and on and on. So you figure out what's going on, and these are all blue-collar towns. The team means something to these people growing up. I mean, it means something to them. And the fact that if they win, they're happy. If they lose, they really take it hard. You don't find that. Cardinals, Rams, Raiders do. I mean, people of the Raiders. And as odd as it sounds, I will tell you again, when the draft was here in 2019, one fan base was here, outnumbered every other fan base combined, and that was 49ers fans. Were in this town more than any other fan. You could take them all, combine them, the 49ers were there, which I just kind of like, that's kind of a different thing that goes on. But they're all generational, man, and that's why. And that's why you're right. Phoenix, I think nobody cares about any team in Phoenix, right? The Suns, Diamondbacks. Did they win the World Series 2 years ago?
They lost.
They lost.
Yeah.
To the Rangers?
Rangers.
Okay. Yeah.
Kenneth said, I lived in Phoenix when MLB All-Star Game was there, had season tickets, and thought I would be able to make bank off selling the All-Star package. I lost money. There's no way that would happen in Nashville.
Good point.
7229 says, I think that Atlanta had become more diverse over the last 10 to 15 years in a way that would be more accepting of hockey. Here's the other thing with that. I can't think of a city that has had three bites at the same apple, like same league. I'd have to think about that. Like Arizona or Atlanta's had 2 hockey teams. St. Louis has had 2 football teams, right? The Cardinals and the Rams.
Yep. Yeah.
Now LA, I mean, LA is different though. mean, LA's had the Raiders, the Rams, the Chargers.
Started out with the Rams.
Yeah.
Rams left. Raiders come to town.
Chargers started there before going to San Diego.
Raiders leave. Chargers come back up. It's just all that on yeah, that's a good one. I don't know. I just, when hockey fails again in Atlanta, who gets the blame for this? It's not going to work.
Yeah.
It
Well,
doesn't. It's never worked.
And the argument is that, well, they're not going to Atlanta. They're going to do like the Braves did. They're going to be outside of Atlanta in the burbs, which has worked for the Braves. But I think it's worked for the Braves because you're on this side. You're getting a ton of people from Chattanooga, Nashville, and
No, I think you're missing it. Baseball is massively
Well,
popular in
sure.
the South. Hockey is not.
I
It's
think-
not going to be. Not in this generation. So you're going to see
I'm going to disagree
baseball.
with you a little bit. I think it's more popular than you think it is.
You think it's as popular as baseball?
I think it's more. That's
Not
what I
even a
said.
percent.
Not what I said. I think it's more popular than you think it is.
Okay, give it that. It's still nowhere near baseball. Baseball will work.
Sure.
They're not going to see hockey in Atlanta.
Baseball,
You're 0 for 2.
especially the last few years, baseball has definitely come back.
Right.
But I think that I look. I don't think they should get it again.
Who should get it?
I think Houston deserves a chance at it,
Exactly.
which I think they're going to get it. I think Kansas City has been very patient and could probably do well with it there. I would like to see a new market. I mean, I definitely, and Houston's had it before, but I would like to see a new market, like going to,
Would it work in Cleveland?
yeah, absolutely. But I mean, you got Columbus.
Oh,
It's close by.
That's right.
Detroit's not that far. I mean, you got
What-
teams close,
Right.
but yeah.
Do you
Oh,
know
sure.
far more about this than I do? Let me throw cities out
I mean,
there.
Quebec City could get another shot
We're
at
not
it.
going to Canada, man. We're not going to Canada. You
Yeah,
and me
well,
are not going to Canada.
It's a Canadian sport.
Milwaukee.
Yeah, probably. I don't know though. I'd have to. I mean, and I know it's hard to gauge this on. I know the ads do well. Like the Admirals do a good job.
All right. Don't laugh at me on this, but follow me. All right. Fargo. Don't they sell? No,
yeah.
North Dakota. That they love
Sure.
that hockey team.
Yeah, sure.
They've got an indoor arena up there,
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
I think it'd be great.
I
We're
mean,
going-
the
we're going to
NHL
Fargo.
would not do that because it's just not good. It's
I know.
not a viable market. But yeah, from a popularity standpoint, I mean that's why Minnesota. Now Minneapolis is or the Twin Cities. That's an interesting one because they have had 2 hockey teams, 1 baseball team, 2 basketball teams. I think is right. The Lakers. The Lakers started
look
there.
at you.
And then
That's right.
and then the T-Wolves. So I think they've had, and then the Twins were the original Senators, I think, is how they got up there,
I think you're correct on that.
or one of the iterations of the Senators.
Yep.
The Rangers are the other one. So yeah, so I mean they've had a couple of cracks at it. The Vikings have been the only NFL team I think they've ever had.
So we agree Phoenix probably the worst sports town.
It's pretty bad. I mean, they lost the hockey team. It seems like they're into the Cardinals ish. I mean, the Suns, man.
Even
Yeah.
Suns.
I'd probably say yeah.
What about San Diego?
Yeah, pretty bad. Couldn't keep if you lose an NFL team, I mean, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, right. Build that stadium for them. That's all I
Like,
had to do. Is
and
build a
there
stadium.
are now let me preface this by saying there are different circumstances. Like Houston did because they hated Bud.
Mhm.
I think and the NFL was basically like, all right, we'll give you one. Cleveland kind of got screwed over, so the NFL fixed that. Baltimore got screwed over,
Right.
So I mean, there are exceptions to it, but like St. Louis, there's no excuse.
If you added another NFL team, because they're going to go global, we get that. Where do you add domestically in the United States? Where would you add a football?
Well, do you
team?
consider Toronto domestic?
I'm telling you, I'm going to Canada. You're not going to get me to Canada. You're trying to. I don't know why.
I'm not worried about you. I'm just worried about the NFL.
They would love it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think they would.
I mean Buffalo would fight it, like if
Oh, yeah.
Toronto, because I mean you're right here, but Um, adding in the U.S. for the NFL.
There's 2 cities, I think, and you're going to laugh at one of them, but that's fine. I don't care. It'll never happen. But Salt Lake City, they love football.
I think, yeah, that's a viable
They love
option.
football. The other one, it'll never happen, but I'm telling you, it would work. Birmingham, Alabama.
Probably not.
I think it would.
You bet.
I think it would. I was gonna say there or Louisville.
Yeah, okay. And the problem is Louisville's
Oh.
close to Cincinnati, Birmingham's close to Atlanta.
And
Nashville. I get that.
here's the other thing with hockey. I think Cincinnati it could work, but that's too close to Columbus. Cincinnati's growing. Like you could put the NBA there. They already have the NFL and baseball. I think they could definitely and they got MLS. They could handle another one.
Pop a hockey team in there. Atlanta's had 3 shots.
Louisville might be the next city that doesn't have any pro sports right now to actually get one.
Well, they got the arena for the NBA. I think the NBA would work there.
Yeah.
Absolutely work there. Absolutely work there. Louisville's a lot like Nashville 20, 25 years
If
ago.
Jared's
without-
listening, I'd be curious of his thoughts on that because he's lived and worked there, so
Well,
he
you
knows
can hear
it.
that at 2:00 today. I think an NBA team would work there, and more than anything else, I just think a lot of the talent was diluted around all the leagues, NFL, basketball, all of them, hockey, all of them. I mean, you see a lot of average to below average play that's going on right now, and so I think it'll be a while, but it'll happen. But NFL is going to expand; they're going to expand internationally. I think that's a bad idea.
So I think everybody's expanding. I think all the leagues
You
are.
seen me lately?
Hi-yo. The NFL is going to go to 34. The NHL is already moving towards 34. I think NBA gets to that point and baseball gets to that point. And then it probably stops for a little bit. When we come back, let's keep this going of cities that you think could add a team. Because
Okay.
I mean, I can give you an example of one. 615-737-1025 is the Chase and Big Joe show presented by the Omni Nashville Hotel. And we're broadcasting from the Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Game Nashville Studios, home of the $99 yearly Beehive membership, where the buzz is always about great service. Hey, this week's Nashville's best deal is Body Rock. Plank, lunge, twist, and push your limits with Body Rock's dynamic muscle sculpting Pilates-inspired classes designed to rock your body to the core. Get half off a $50 gift card now at theGameNashville.com/deals to use at any of Body Rock's 4 Nashville locations while supplies last. Chasing Big Joe here on this Monday, talking about sports cities. Kenny the mailman has been waiting patiently. Kenny, what's up?
Hello, good friends. I was going to back you up on your franchise question, but first, I missed an amazing opportunity last Thursday afternoon.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
I don't know that side of town very well at all, and I spoke at a 5-star luncheon at Una Church of Christ. Little did I know it's less than a block from y'all's station.
Yes, sir.
It sure is.
I would have promised I would have got y'all in. It doesn't matter how well I spoke. When you have a 5-star luncheon, people come.
That's right.
So
Dadgummit.
if I'm on that side again, I will get y'all in.
Please.
Y'all were right about the Washington franchise. It went to Minnesota. They had enough pull. They quickly got enough team. It didn't last long at all. They went to Texas, and now do you know where they got this third team from?
That would be the Montreal Expos.
You got it. So when a city has enough pull, man, it doesn't matter if they have enough fans or not. They got the pull. Hey, y'all have a great day. We'll talk to y'all soon.
See you,
Cool.
Bubba.
Thank you, Kenny. All right, so DC's had 3 baseball teams in the modern era. 2 versions of the Senators, and then actually, hang on. They might have 4. I need to look that up because I want to say there was another iteration of the Washington Nationals at one point in time. Denver's had 2 hockey teams, the Avs, and then there was a Colorado Rockies hockey team, which was,
I didn't know that.
yeah, they bounced around. I'd have to go look at all the franchises of that, but
I get you get another team. You shouldn't get a third chance. You
No.
shouldn't do it.
no, and I mean it's pretty rare. But Atlanta is on the cusp of doing that. And then Houston, Mike. Another one, one of our texter or tweeters, New Orleans, I think, is in the mix for an NHL team. People said it wouldn't work here, and it's worked here.
It's different down there. I don't know. I don't know.
I
hope it does.
I think New Orleans needs baseball. Could you imagine baseball in the Bayou?
Have a team close to downtown.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yep. That could be fun. That could be so then you'd have the NBA, you'd have NFL, and then you'd have baseball.
But like anything else, I mean, it's all fun and good, but you got to win. I mean, imagine the Titans had come here and been a true franchise team and not win for 10 years. Tough.
Yeah.
Predators had to go through it. It took a while,
Sure.
man.
It took almost leaving for people to really jump on.
Yeah,
So.
boy, you're right about that.
All right, give me a team, give me a city. It doesn't have to be the NFL. You said Birmingham. I said Louisville.
That
So-
needs a what?
Teams that don't, or cities that don't have pro sports, major league pro sports.
Well, I'll give you one that does. They have one team, and they are ripe for another pro team. That's Raleigh.
Yeah.
One of my dear friends lives there, season ticket holder to the Hurricanes. They love it. They love professional. They love the Hurricanes. They don't want to
Yeah.
go see the Panthers. They like being right there in Raleigh. There's a lot of people that live there. A lot
Yeah.
of people. I think
Raleigh's
Raleigh's
like what, an hour and a half, 2 hours from Charlotte?
I have
think.
no idea. I mean,
Charlotte's become
it's us.
pretty good. Yeah, I'd say they're a little behind, but yeah. But I mean, I think baseball would work there.
There's no doubt in my
I
mind.
think baseball would definitely work. If MLB added baseball to Nashville and Charlotte, I think that would be good moves.
Braves would fight that like hell.
Doesn't matter.
They'd
They
fight
would, but
tooth
yeah,
and nail.
they would. That's why I think one or the other. But I know the Charlotte Knights do pretty well. The AAA team. Durham. So I was trying to think about that of like major cities like Nashville that has a AAA team. I guess Charlotte's the other one.
Yeah. Somebody should know about San Antonio in
Indianapolis.
football. It will never happen. Cowboys won't allow that. Texans will not allow that.
They missed their win. They had the stadium. They built the stadium. for that purpose, and it never happened.
Yep, not going to happen
And
at
now
all.
the stadium's too old.
And, you know, we laugh about Fargo, but like Albuquerque, you know, I mean, there are other cities that there's nothing else going on, but the TV markets aren't huge. And so they will not show up and go there and be a part of that. That's why like Salt Lake City is one. We had a texter call in and said Portland be good, or text in, said Portland be good for an HL team. Already a built-in, thank you, Johnny, for that. A built-in rivalry with Seattle. And
What about an NFL team?
I don't know, man.
I don't know. Is it, but I mean, to their point, you could have the rivalry with Seattle. See, I think Vancouver's an interesting city. Again, I know we're going into Canada, but like that could be they have the hockey team. They did have the Grizzlies and they left.
Mm-hmm.
But that's an interesting one, maybe, if the NFL.
I feel like we're leaving some city out. I mean, Kansas City again. Kansas City had a basketball team at one time. I think, did they not leave and go to San Diego, the Clippers?
Yeah.
I think they did. So
2525 said Austin, Texas is the fastest growing city. Now that is an interesting one. However,
too close.
Is it too close? And I just think it's too Longhorns. That's why I worry about Birmingham. I mean, I think there is something said for that if you have a major college with a major athletic program, that pro sports may not work.
I just think there's a lot of people in that state, having lived there, love football.
Yeah.
And
Austin, I think Austin's far enough from Dallas that it would work.
No, wouldn't. It's in the middle between Austin and Houston and Dallas. A lot of Cowboy fans there. I would not put a team there at all. I wouldn't do it. Not at all.
But what about another sport?
You know, they laughed at Oklahoma City basketball, right? But Oklahoma City's doing what? They're winning games. So
they haven't for a long time.
Yeah, when they weren't winning games, nobody was going to those games. Charlotte Bobcats, they start winning games, they're going to go to those games.
They're the Hornets again.
What are they now?
They're the Hornets.
Are they?
Yeah.
What happened to the Bobcats?
They've been the Hornets for like 10 years.
What happened to the team in New Orleans? Pelicans?
Yeah.
Are they still the Pelicans? Okay.
They were the Hornets, and they changed to the Pelicans, and then Jordan changed them to the Hornets.
By the way, I read this about Michael Jordan. He bought that franchise for like $400 million and sold it for like a little over $1.5 billion. Good for him, man. I mean, just on and on and on. So I did not know that. I don't know. There's a lot of things.
People that are texting about Las Vegas is ready for an MLB team. Like, they're getting one. Yep. They're building a stadium. The Athletics are going to be there in like 2 years.
Mm-hmm. So
they have that. And the NBA is right around the corner.
So is that still allowed? Can you bet? You can't bet on the Raiders, right? If your team's in, because remember UNLV, you were too young. You could not bet on UNLV when they made the national championships in the late 80s and 90s because they're based out of Vegas. So gamblers hated that. They hated when UNLV made it because you could not bet on a team out of Vegas.
That's
still the same thing?
No.
Okay. You can bet on the Raiders?
Bubba, they got a sports book kiosk at the stadium.
Okay.
So
because if those remember, you could not bet on UNLV, and gamblers hated that.
That's why they have the teams now, because that's all gone out the wayside.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I mean, you can. That's why. Look, they're gonna have. I would say in the next 5 years, they will have baseball, obviously, and they'll have the NBA. The NBA is just. I mean, they're ready. So I think they go there.
Is there the I mean, it's a tourist town. I mean, is there
exactly
a fan base
that's
there?
why they'll make that's why, like, if you live, especially if you live in a city that doesn't have it and you go out to Vegas, like, you'll buy tickets. That's what they're banking on.
But if I go to Vegas, I'm going to a football game because I love football, but I'm not going to a hockey game and I'm not going to a baseball game.
They do very well.
Wow.
They do very well.
It's like going on vacation.
That's why I think it could work here. Like, if you had all 4 sports here, I think it would work because of the tourists.
No, I don't agree at all. You're going to Broadway, you ain't going to a basketball game.
You're
not.
I think you're thinking too close-minded with it.
You'll get bachelorette parties. Let's go to the basketball game.
Bachelorette parties aren't the only people that come here.
So who else? They said it's 70% bachelorette parties.
That's fine, but country music fans, people that just are looking for a fun city to go to. Dr. Crane, what do you think?
International tourists, I'd say, take about 10% of that.
Okay, but do you think that people coming here will go to a game?
Yeah, absolutely. I think so.
I mean, they don't go to Titans games because the Titans suck.
Right.
And the stadium experience has been terrible. But Predators, I think they do.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of European fans that have never seen hockey at the highest level. The Preds have one of the best.
You give me the option between Nissan Stadium and Bridgestone Arena, I'm taking everyone to Bridgestone Arena. Everyone to Bridgestone Arena. That's night and day, man. Now, I'd come to town for that to go to the hockey experience. You've never been? Because a lot of people have never been to a hockey game that come to Nashville. Never been. Go to a hockey game. It will blow your mind how fantastic that is. Every time.
All right, we're late. 615-737-1025. We'll have more coming in hour number 2. Chasing Big Joe, 1025, 1063 The Game. Hour number 2, Chasing Big Joe, 102.5, 106.3 The Game. Here on this Monday. Hope you're having a wonderful start to your day. He's Big Joe Dubin. I'm Chase McCabe, Dr. Crane, Nick Frazier on the ones and twos. And finally tonight, Joe, we get to another game. Which game is this? Game 5 of the NBA Finals. It started 2 months ago.
Right?
The NBA Finals did. The Stanley Cup Finals started a month and a half ago. But I just, again, like last night, a Sunday night, which is a great night for television, nothing.
Zero.
We had a Major League Baseball game on ESPN. That was it.
I was like, I ended up getting on YouTube watching the Tennessee-Alabama football game from the 80s.
You know what I did? I watched, because I told you about this when I got to Clarksville, that right as I was leaving, the movie Crimson Tide was on TNT. And I was like, man, I kind of want to watch the whole thing now. So I did. I watched it I watched the real version. I rented it
Right.
on Apple TV, and such a great movie.
I know we had the U.S. Open yesterday. It's fine for all those who love golf, but the fact there was not a game on last night was mind-boggling.
Mind-boggling.
I'm a continuity guy. I think baseball, I bang on baseball all the time because it's so boring, but the World Series does it right. 2 games, take a break, 3 games, take a break, 2 games, you're done in a week. I love it. The NBA Finals is asinine.
Oh, yeah.
Do you need 3 days off in between? I mean, you
Apparently.
don't.
To me, it should be, all right, let's see, game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final on, Monday. Tuesday, game 1 of the NBA Finals. Wednesday, game 2, the Stanley Cup Final. Thursday, game 2 of the NBA Final. It should be every other day.
Thank you. Was it not like that at one time?
It might have been.
But now
I'll semi kind of maybe give it to you with this Stanley Cup Final series of they've added an extra travel day because Edmonton and South Florida are so far apart. I can work with that a little bit.
Okay.
But a Sunday night, which is might be the best night for television, right? Ratings wise.
Yeah, and Father's Day.
There should have been a game on.
I totally
Saturday
agree.
night, if you're going to take a night off, take Saturday night off because nobody's going to watch.
Right. Great point. So tonight we got game 5 for the Pacers and the Thunder. What they seem like they've been playing for 2 months.
Yeah.
It's just
And it's a good series. It's a fun series.
taking forever. So if they win the night, then like game 6, I'm reading is Thursday night. Then game 7.
Well, I can tell you because you can hear all of these on 102.5 The Game.
Plug it.
So tonight, game 5 NBA Finals. Tomorrow, game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final. If there were to be a game 7, that would not be until Friday.
But they got to go back.
Yeah, because they got to go
fine.
back.
That's fine.
Wednesday night, nothing. Thursday night would be game 6 of the NBA Finals. If there were to be a game 7, it wouldn't be until Sunday, which at least it's Sunday.
How stupid is this? Nobody's
So
sitting
you
around.
got game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final on a Friday, which, okay.
If it's game 7's fine on a Friday because we don't get game 7s a lot. I'm good with that. I mean, I did not.
But it started. Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final was on June the 4th. Game 1 of the NBA Final was June the 5th.
It's terrible. Terrible. Did Adam Silver not go somewhere and talk about why the ratings are down? The reason they're down is because there's a lot of options out there. Okay, I get that, but he wouldn't give the exact ratings, but evidently they're terrible.
Yeah.
And the series is great, but give me the continuity. And I'm not waiting to rest.
But
Are they that? Do you need that much rest?
Let me ask you this, though, to play devil's advocate. I agree with you, but I'm going to play devil's advocate for a second. Because we're in the doldrums of sports, because there's we're about to be the only thing to talk about is baseball and racing. Do you think that's why they spread it out? Just to give us a little bit more before we go into the true
Not
off
at all.
season?
I think they know that there's nothing else. I know that
that's
they
what
can
I'm saying.
pull it, and I think they're like, we control all this. And then they've already got the money.
Yeah.
Then you try to make the money off the revenue and for advertising, and you deal with all that. But they got the money. They don't care. They don't care about us.
You know who's missing the boat on this? And they did it with the Nashville, and I'm glad they did that. NASCAR needs to have more Sunday night races, and they need to go back and look at weeknight races like they did during COVID. Now is the perfect time to do that.
So you be on board with a Thursday night race?
Yep. 100%.
What about fans who travel? Don't care about them?
No, I mean, I think you got to pick the right spots. But like, think about this: if you did a NASCAR week, speed weeks is what you could call it in Nashville. You do Thursday night at the fairgrounds, Sunday night at the super speedway. You'd sell both out.
Didn't he do that this year?
Guarantee it. Well, it wasn't NASCAR at the fairgrounds.
Okay. All right. But
you did a cup race on a Thursday night at the fairgrounds and a cup race on a Sunday night at the super speedway, you would sell them both out.
Something's got to be done, though. I mean, it's just that.
And for TV, it would be awesome.
You know, and we remember in the fall when we have football every night, but like Friday, which is college and pro, because you got the midweek games, and then I guess they do play on Friday night. I guess every night, I guess they play something because NFL's on Monday, the midweek Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday games.
There's Big
Ten on Fridays.
There's a football game every night now.
Yeah.
And the NFL will play on every night except for Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
care.
Yeah, but I mean, they're committed to this Christmas game now. So,
but you lose. You know, you come off a great, exciting game 4 with the Pacers and Thunder. Now you lose that, and don't tell me you don't, because you do. You lose the momentum heading in there now. Now you play tonight. You got to wait till Thursday. When I wait till Sunday to go, it's just baseball finally does something correct in the World Series. Could you imagine play a game off a day, travel 2 days? It would lose it. The fact that baseball gets it all done within a week. Good job, baseball.
615-737-1025 is our phone and text line, driven by WilsonCountyHonda.com. 5774 says they're probably trying to keep star players as healthy as possible. If one gets hurt, the ratings drop dramatically. For the NBA, that's probably true.
Any worse than the ratings could be now?
And honestly, for the NHL, it might be as well. I mean, because if you're a novice NHL fan, you're watching because of Draisaitl, McDavid, and maybe Kachuk. That's probably why you're watching.
So game 6 is tomorrow night.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. So
okay.
I don't know.
They butchered it. They butchered all the times and dates. They've just done it, and it's bad, and it's just not good for everybody. I know they don't give a rat's ass about us. I understand that. But man, there's so much better you could do this.
5724 says hardly ever watch golf on TV, but was given 2 tickets to the U.S. Open. Was awesome. Might even make me watch on TV now. Some.
Where was U.S. Open being held?
It was in
Oakmont, Pennsylvania. Oakmont Country Club.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, it's like a tough course, right?
Yes, very tough.
Weren't scores like over par?
Yeah, the winning score was 2 under, and that was JJ Spawn. But the whole weekend it was like +1, +4.
So I was watching his interview last night on SportsCenter. I guess he's got 2 young daughters, and one of them got sick, and so he was up at like 3 a.m. the day before the final of a major in which he was leading, to like go to CVS to get his daughter, you know, crackers and Pedialyte and all these things. I'm like, on Father's Day. And then he goes and wins the damn thing. That's pretty cool.
Good for him, man. That's awesome.
Hey, he was asked about an interview. He's like, hey, man, you do what you got to do for your kids. So
absolutely,
I had to be dad.
Yep.
I had to be dad before I was golfer. So
and wins it, man. Good. I mean, I look, we talk about opportunities, man. He got an opportunity.
Joe, you should look at his winning putt on the 18th green, 64 foot.
I did see that.
I saw Joe do that at McCabe one time.
Yep.
Really?
Also did it at Hillbilly Golf in Gatlinburg. Hit it off the squirrel, hit the raccoon, hit the local yokel right into the hole.
So one of my greatest moments ever, like it's probably my greatest athletic moment. I was on a boys trip in Gatlinburg, and I was off the green. So I was chipping up to the green. I could not see the cup. I was like, I'm just going to throw it up there and see what happens. And so I'm down, and it's up a hill too. So like, again, I can't see anything. Chip it up there, and I'm starting to walk up, and I hear Darren go, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And it went in. And it was like an impossible shot. I took my shirt off and just ran. I was so excited.
I want to see that.
It's the best shot I've ever hit. 615-737-1025. Caller number 3 will win a 4-pack of tickets to see the FIFA Club World Cup match at Geodis Park this Friday. It's a family 4-pack. 615-737-1025. caller number 3 will win those tickets. It's Chasing Big Joe on a Monday, 102.5, 106.3 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5, 106.3 The Game on this Monday. 68 days until college football. So we asked about great 68s. Of course, Kevin Mawai comes to mind. Jaromir Jagr in hockey. Richie Incognito is another one. I don't know how great he was, but he's memorable.
There are 4 guys who wore 68 that I'm seeing are in the NFL Hall of Fame. And that will be number 1, Will Shields, Joe DeLamalure, who played for the Dolphins, great lineman. Russ Grimm, former Titans offensive line coach, member of the Hogs, is in there, and Kevin Mawai also. Reuben Carter, great nose guard for the Broncos, is one of those 2 as well. And of course, I brought up L.C. Greenwood.
I'm going to be that guy, and don't get mad at me because I think you would do this too.
Mhm.
There is no such thing as the NFL Hall of Fame. It is the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
That's fine.
Because there are people from CFL, and that's probably the only other league, but
CFL.
Yeah.
CFL is run Hall of Fame.
Well, but I mean,
I know. Warren Moon. Is there another one?
Probably.
Shots fired, by the way. I love it, Chase.
Yeah.
Bringing the
Right.
energy.
Yeah.
I just
shut up.
I mean, I don't know. I just
Then hit it. Yeah, thank you. 68 days. You're correct. There's the Pro Football. That says it right here.
pro hockey, pro basketball.
Pro Football Hall
baseball.
of Fame. There's only one guy in the Pro Football Hall of Fame from the AFL, never played in the NFL. Billy Shaw played for the Buffalo Bills.
So is that what they did? They're like, hey, we're going to let this guy in and then a couple from the CFL, and then we can call it the Pro Football Hall of Fame?
who else in the CFL is in the Hall? I know Warren Moon is.
Oh, there's another one. Well, Flutie's not.
He's not.
I know there's more.
Jeff Garcia, he's not in either. Is there one more?
Well, in Kurt Warner's in from Arena.
Arena Ball. Yep. Speaking of Arena Ball, Nashville Cats will host a playoff game this weekend. Time and date to be determined. Chase McCabe is the voice of the Nashville Cats.
All right. I have pulled this up. According to the Google, there is a famous coach that's coached in the CFL that is in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Would that be one Marv Levy?
He might be on this list, but one that's another one in particular that I was referencing.
Oh my gosh. Is he alive or dead?
I believe he is dead.
Yeah, Chase believes he's no longer with us. Let's see. Oh my gosh.
Marv Levy is one of them, but that's not the one that I was
Okay.
referencing.
Let's see here.
Trying to think of a hint I can give you that won't completely give it away. Definitely a Hall of Fame coach.
He's in the Pro Football Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Okay.
Known for one team in the NFL. But he coached. You want me to give you the CFL team he coached?
Yes.
Or played for, maybe? Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
It's not Schottenheimer. It's not, you're going to kill me with this, man. Not Schottenheimer, Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
Floyd Reese worked for him.
Floyd Reese worked for him. He's in the Hall of Floyd Reese worked for Bud Grant.
Bud Grant. That is correct.
Minnesota Vikings, Bud Grant.
Did he take them to all 4
He did.
Super Bowls?
Yep.
Yeah. There
Wow.
you go.
Bud Grant. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Surprised they haven't changed that name.
Oh, here we go. So the Pro Football Hall of Fame has Warren Moon's probably the most accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
And Fred Biletnikoff played in 1980 for the Alouettes, who was called out of retirement.
That counts.
So that counts.
That counts. Oh,
He
Fred.
was 37.
Yeah. And he looked 75 at the time. Famous for the Stickum. You know where Fred Biletnikoff went to college?
I don't.
Florida State.
Oh, nice.
Great receiver in college. That's why the Biletnikoff
I mean, this is so great. Look
award
at
is
this.
named after him.
That helmet.
Oh, yes. It's like something your dad gave you when you were 6. Here, Chase, here's your Cowboys helmet, plastic face mask. That looks so fat. There's a picture of him in a Super Bowl game, I guess against the Vikings, when he's got so much stickum all over his body and his jersey.
Oh, yeah.
It's so iconic. It's so disgusting that it's a beautiful shot.
When did they outlaw Stickum?
Gosh, I know they had it in the 70s and into the 80s. I don't know. You know, what they'd bring back. And Rick Merritt, you're listening. I know you agree to this. Tearaway jerseys,
Oh God.
right?
Terrible.
They were awesome. that great video of Earl Campbell running over the Dolphins in that tearaway jersey and the Rams, and they're ripping it. But those things were great, man.
1981, by the way, Stickum was banned.
Oh, there you go. Thank you, Dr. Crane.
Was Sears catalog big for the both of you when it came to?
Hell yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I wrote a
When I
big
was
story
young.
about that. That was our Amazon. That was our internet. You get that catalog. Your mom gave you the catalog. Pick out 3 things.
Mo liked the Sears catalog.
He did, didn't he? He sure did. You'd pick out like 17 things and hand it back. He's like, oh, we can't get those. And that's when he realized you were poor. You can only get so much out of the Sears catalog. It's all right, though, man.
It's just like amazing how things are different now. Of like I ordered something from Amazon last night that'll be here this afternoon.
What'd you order?
It was
Tell us.
stuff for my home studio. Why is that so funny to you?
Making sure you didn't stutter like,
It was a microphone. I ordered a microphone.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
You can get it. Like I ordered
I'll
sunglasses.
get it today, and we'll be using it for our Cats broadcast.
Oh, when is that?
They'll let us know.
For those that don't know, Chase is the voice of the Cats. I'm just the tag along with them on that. But the game Saturday night in Clarksville was sold out, was fun, was exciting. The crowd was into it. That's what arena football is all about. It was so much fun seeing everybody stay after the game, run the field, get autographs. It was fun. It was a good night out to watch some football.
It was fun. It was definitely cool. We may have to play a highlight coming back. He's got Dr. Crane smiling back there. He was listening to us. He was trying to work on his car.
Yeah, Joe, you broke my radio, man.
Did Nani know she got her shout out?
She sure did.
Nice. We love that.
It was raining outside, but I was like, you know what? I'm inside the car. So I just hear the nice rain, listening to y'all on my phone because Joe had to cough into the microphone and break my.
Did that really break the radio?
Yeah, it kind
That's
of did.
awesome.
Because I was listening. Yeah, you did. You went,
I was getting a physical at halftime.
from Greg Pogue.
Oh, God, no.
Not Dr. Pogue.
Bend over.
Oh, break time.
Oh, my God.
Woo! Oh, shoot.
It's Chase and Big Joe presented by the Omni Nashville Hotel. Here on 102.5 The Game. Oh, boy.
Got it!
Oh, boy. He will take it all the way to the house. Amos Coleman, a kickoff return, and it continues for Nashville. That's how we sounded on Totally Hits 93.3, our sister station for Nashville Cats football Saturday night.
So you do a great job. And here's the deal on this, all right? If you're doing radio, and I told Chip Walters this, and this is Pat Ryan almost ruined the Music City Miracle.
Yeah.
Right? We've talked about this. That's your moment to shine. That's the play-by-play guy's time to shine. You don't need me. I add nothing. It's a touchdown. You made the call. I told Chip, I'm not going to talk.
Yeah.
You take it into the silence. And then after you've done, I'll talk. So great job on that. And then, so if you're play-by-play, want to listen to that.
I definitely had some better ones. Okay. He's smiling back there. He's got
Reese
something.
goes in motion. Peyton drops back, fires across, broken up by Maxwell. Maxwell wasn't even facing the ball. He was not holding. Or I'm sorry, that wasn't even Maxwell. That was Holiness. Oh, your Holiness? Yeah. That was on that, but just swatted the ball away.
Couple of shout outs here. We got one Peyton listening in Denver. Thank you, Peyton, for that tonight.
What does he have to say about that?
He's a man. I read the ball. You got to throw the ball sometimes when the pressure's on.
This was in the second half when we were way out of
Get
control.
all we can do about that.
After the DB.
Yep.
Again, you can hear the Chasing Big Joe show weekdays from 9 to 11 on 102.5 The Game.
The final score was 80-18. So
was
the
definitely,
second half, we were talking about Dr. Crane.
We almost started doing celebrity birthdays.
Yep. If
We
you'd have called
got
in.
to that point.
Yeah. Text you guys in. National Bourbon Day was yesterday. That was
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah,
That was
we
good.
almost talked about your brick oven and your what's the thing you cook outside on a log, Blackstone or whatever you do.
Yeah. A log?
Yeah, whatever. You put it out there on
Hey,
something.
we
I
don't need to
know
be
what-
talking about logs.
I don't know what you do over there, man. I just know you go out into the woods, you come back, and you got 3 squirrels and a ferret. I'm proud of what you do, man. It's great.
You think I live in a log cabin?
I think you're a living little house on the prairie. That's what you are.
Thank you.
And I'm your big fat neighbor who comes over and steals your food because I can't cook, I can't hunt, I can't do anything.
See, I don't know if it's that. I mean, we know you're going to kill a pig, skillet. You know,
This weekend.
Yeah, the 22nd or 20th. Yeah, 22nd.
Poor skillet.
I'm not doing it.
Are we going to have a memorial for?
We need to.
I may have something.
How long after you say goodbye do we get to eat him? A couple weeks.
7 days.
That's
Oh,
it.
wow.
Processing. Yeah, it's pretty quick.
You're like a young Hannibal Lecter. Sorry.
This
For
is
those
how
that
it
don't know,
starts.
Dr. Crane has purchased a pig that's
Asian red waller.
okay that they're raised to be eaten, right? We
That's
all know
correct.
this,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
So don't text us about what's going on because you eat your sausage biscuit from McDonald's. But anyway,
It's a lot better than McDonald's, honestly.
Yeah.
Bring you
guy.
both some breakfast.
I
It'd be
think-
great.
Chase made a good point a few weeks ago. Just don't, if you do it again, don't name them. Right?
Yeah.
Then
I
it gets
guess.
personal.
Yeah.
Why'd you roll your eyes for?
I just think it's funny.
It's very funny. All right. We should have skillet shirts like they do the Ed the Zebra shirts.
I miss Ed. Old Ed. Wonder what he's up to now.
Probably trying to escape this.
That
yard he's
I
in.
mean, that look, the meme that you've used of him hanging there, the look on his face,
The
I'm
best,
just like,
right?
damn it.
I tweeted it out and said that's the look you have when you've taken all your edibles and you find out Bonnaroo is shut down 2 days early. I hate it for that. I hate it for the folks at Bonnaroo. man.
Yeah,
I
that
hate it.
sucked. That's but I mean, they were trying to avoid what happened a few years ago. I think
It looked awful according to the video, but everybody's still stuck in the mud and all that.
it is time to go to our phone lines and bring in Clay.
Oh man.
Hi, Clay.
Good morning, boys. How we doing?
Oh, we're just wonderful.
I hear y'all been talking possibly about the Titans changing their logo or something.
Yeah, we were. What do you think about that?
Well, right now it better be something that has to do something with losing, right?
Probably.
Yep.
3-14 last season.
That is correct.
Now, Joe,
Yep.
are you ticked that I haven't brought donuts?
No, because we've been out. We were at the Great Maple Street Biscuit Company on Friday, at the Omni on Thursday. We've been out in the boot, man. But now you can bring some this week. We'll be at the Omni again on Thursday. So if you want to come by tomorrow, Wednesday, we'd appreciate it.
Consider it done.
Okay.
Stay hungry.
We will. Thank you, Clay.
Hey, what do y'all think about, not to change the subject, what do y'all think about Jason King leaving after 1 year from Vanderbilt baseball?
Yeah, what's up with that? Why?
I honestly, I don't know. I'm not going to speculate, but, if you just look at kind of how the season went, didn't hit the ball well early in the year, got hot, won the SEC tournament, all these walk-off wins, things like that, get the number 1 overall seed, and then don't hit in the regional and get knocked out by Wright State.
Well, let me ask you this, Clay.
wonder-
Some of your Vandy baseball fans are not happy that there's been no activity in the portal for Vandy. Are you like that?
Yeah, I mean, I want to be careful what I say because I know Corb.
Why?
I don't
You're
really
banned
wanna
from
say.
campus. It doesn't
Well,
matter.
we're trying to get him back, okay?
As far as the Jason King thing, I wonder if Corb's, kind of said, why don't you find another job? Or I'm trying to be nice here, but I don't know. I just think it's strange, that he comes and he's here for 1 year. And I've got the perfect replacement, though, as our hitting coach.
Who would that
How
be?
about hiring the Murray State baseball coach? He makes supposedly $85,000 a year, and they make Omaha. Chances are, and I was pulling for them, but chances are maybe they lose to Arkansas today and they're out. I think he could probably triple his salary as Vanderbilt's hitting coach.
Be an interesting one. He's certainly done a nice job.
So that's a true story. The guy, to me, I don't know his name, but to me, he seems like he's maybe like in his 40s, I want to say, just by looking at him. But,
Well, age, you can't look at somebody and determine their age, man.
Dan Skoraka is 40 years old.
Damn it.
See, I was pretty close. Put me on celebrity birthdays.
So you'd rather have him. So if you're Dan, you say, come here, be a hitting coach. Maybe he can get a job at one of these, I don't know, a mid-major school, a bigger, like a Tulane or a Southern Miss or somewhere. I mean, to be a head coach, I don't want to be a hitting coach.
Well, that's kind of my point, Joe. Murray probably only has so much money, to offer him a bump for making Omaha, which is amazing. So I would just wonder if he's the baseball coach there next year.
Well, remember Tennessee Tech had a nice run to the Super Regionals in 2018, and their coach left and went to Rice. Well, he was bounced out after 2 years, I think it was. And then I think he might be back up in Tennessee Tech now. Sometimes it's not about the money. It's about the comfort and the control. And he seems to be very happy. I watched the interview with him. I mean, he talks to his kids about Jesus and about life and about being a good person. I mean, that guy's got it all. Maybe he's just happy there.
Maybe so. By the way, I do have breaking news, boys.
Oh, what's that?
You
I
hit
am
somebody
banned
again?
from I am banned from Vanderbilt. I have emailed Candace about that
Oh. Well,
as
And?
of last Tuesday.
Okay.
she probably blocked you, but we'll see. We'll see if we can help with that.
So are you banned from football games too, or just basketball?
Any sport over there, Big Joe.
Okay.
I wonder if they have like his picture.
Well, you can't sneak in because you're so loud. Everybody would hear you. If you show up, if you wore like a Bobby Valentine mustache and glasses, they would know you. So we'll do what we can to get you back over there, man. But if we help you out and you get banned again, you're going to get the wrath of us.
Hey, I know a Vanderbilt police officer. You'll do some hard time over there.
Right?
We'll make sure that happens.
See you, boys. Have a great day.
Thank you, Clay. Appreciate you. By the way, Ron on our text line said we had a pig named Chris P. Bacon.
Wasn't that from The Simpsons too?
It might be. I don't know. It's pretty good. Coming up next, we'll tell you what day it is and celebrity birthdays. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5, 106.3 The Game.
Kolka under center. He will send Jackson in motion. Jackson breaks down center of the field. Kolka drops back just the edge of the end zone. He slings it downfield. It's caught by Jackson. It's a touchdown. He gets it on one play, and the Cats answer. Do a snow angel in there, and they're all coming down to do snow angels in the end zone.
Wow. That was eerily similar to the Corpus Christi play. Just go, and I'll throw the ball to you.
The DB
It's about as simple as you can get there.
That's some good analysis
That
right
was
there
great.
from the Cats game.
Don't call him the best color man in the business for nothing. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5, 106.3 the game night, of course, from our game on Saturday. We're off tomorrow. Force Company will be in for us because you have some prior commitments with your son. I have some prior commitments, so
We
will-
have orientation tomorrow at
We do.
MTSU.
Very nice. I'm getting another LinkedIn certification. So
You got cloud storage, you got architecture, you've got advanced cloud storage, LinkedIn. I mean, you're just LinkedIn.
tomorrow's juggling.
Oh, nice.
Yep. So it should be fun.
At what point does it come to NASA and say, "Hey, we got to go into the stratosphere for this"?
That's
I
David
don't know.
James. He's wearing a NASA hat.
Yeah, he's been all about NASA. I like it. Spaceman.
I told David James if he and I went into space, the zero gravity wouldn't affect us. We'd just hit something at the bottom. We couldn't do anything.
With that, let's get to what day is it at celebrity birthdays. And of course, it is brought to you by Jarrett Companies, Inc. Their commercial plumbing and HVAC division covers all refrigeration services and maintenance needs. JarrettCompaniesInc.com, above and beyond industry standards.
All right. First on the list, we have Bloomsday Day. It looks like running marathon. Bloomsday. I'm not sure. Fresh Veggies Day is today. Eat your veggies, kids. International Day of African Children. Ladies initiated into baseball day. That's today. National Cannoli Day. Delicious.
Love cannolis.
National Tortilla Day. National Vinegar Day. No Orange Clothes Day today. None of y'all wearing orange? All right. Good.
No.
Ride to Work Day is today. Take your cat to work day. Don't have a cat.
Can you imagine that?
Oh boy. Wish Fulfillment Day is today. World Refill Day. World Sea Turtles Day. And to wrap it up, National Fudge Day.
Ah, love some fudge, buddy.
Hot fudge.
Hot fudge cake Sunday from Shoney's.
Yeah.
Me, you,
Ooh.
and Nani.
And
Tomorrow at
Chase.
noon. And Chase. And
Who's
David
driving?
James. Did you say National Vinegar Day?
Yeah, that's today.
Is that old wives' tale? If you get a sunburn, pour vinegar on you, something like that. That's the worst smell in the world, right? If you do that,
I've never heard of that.
Somebody told me maybe they're messing with me.
You
'Cause
pee on a sting of a jellyfish. I know that.
why would you do that?
It takes the sting out of it.
You pee on the jellyfish?
No, where it stings you.
You pee on your leg.
Yeah.
Why don't you just pee on the jellyfish? All right, time for celebrity birthdays. You got to get these birthdays within 2. America's favorite game. All right, our first birthday today is actress Laurie Metcalf. She was on Roseanne's sister. She was in JFK, the movie. How old's Laurie Metcalf?
72.
71.
She's 70. Dr. Crane's up 1 nada. Good job, Dr. Crane. Who is this guy? John Cho. He was in Star Trek. Now, I forget what character he played in Star Trek. The Sulu character, maybe?
Oh, in the new one?
Yes.
Yeah, that might be right.
John Cho.
42.
45.
52. Actor Eddie Cibrian. He is married to Leanne Rimes. He was on CSI Miami for a while.
48.
55.
52. Country singer Billy Crash Craddock. He sang Down in the Bayou, bump, 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 down in the Bayou. People starting down
74.
80.
87. Actress Joan Van Ark. She played Val Ewing on Knots Landing. How old is Joan Van Ark?
73.
77.
82. Singer James Smith of the Stylistics.
51.
60.
75. Singer Gino Vanelli.
82.
85.
73.
We're great today.
Rapper MC Ren of NWA.
55.
60.
56. We're tied at 1. Good job, Chase. Who else we got here? Don't know them. All right, little sports people here. No Mas, Roberto Duran. How is Roberto Duran today?
56.
59.
74. The great NBA player, Atlanta Hawk, Tree Rollins.
58.
59.
70.
Jeez.
NFL punter, Matt Turk. Matt Turk played for the Redskins, I think.
47.
54.
57. We're tied at 1. Phil Mickelson. How old is Phil Mickelson?
51.
56.
He is 55. Dr. Crane's up 2-1. Former Cubs pitcher, Kerry Wood.
Kerry Wood, I'm going to say is 54.
52.
48. He was so good before he got injured. Rick, it's 2-1, Dr. Crane. Rick Nash, former Columbus Blue Jacket.
44.
47.
41. We're down to our last birthday. 2-1. Dr. Crane chases a chance to win or tie. How old is the best receiver in the National Football League, Justin Jefferson?
25.
27.
26. That's a push. Because of that, Dr. Crane wins 2-1.
Congratulations.
Thank
Dr.
you.
Crane.
I had a joke for Mr. Wood, but we'll just hold it for later.
Please tell.
I'm just saying,
No.
Kerry, what wood? What kind of wood?
Okay, go ahead and turn that mic off.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
You actually, in your mind,
Yeah.
thought that was going to be so funny.
What's the number one rule of comedy?
Don't share my jokes.
Be funny.
Oh, that,
You thought that joke was so good that we were going to carry you out of here. And people like,
no, I just thought it was a joke for myself. All right. That's,
oh, man, we love you, though, buddy.
By the way, Jeff says don't pee on the jellyfish sting. That's a myth and can actually cause an infection.
Dr. Crane, what are you doing to people out there now? We got people listening to us down.
I mean, there was somebody too that was like, we played our call of the game. It was like, Eli doesn't do the games anymore. He does TV.
Put the pretty people on TV, not us.
Yeah. Come on now.
Yeah.
We have a good time. That is going to do it for our lovely program here today.
It is. Hey, as we always, we talk about the show to our guys out there. If you're going through something, to reach out and talk. Yesterday, somebody put on, and follow me just for 1 minute, put on Facebook that they were going through depression and it sucked. And then somebody admonished them and said, you shouldn't do that on social media and let people know that. And my thing was, shut up to the person telling the person who spoke out. We tell you all the time, speak out if you're going through something. It doesn't matter if you post it on Facebook, on Twitter, or tell your neighbor. As long as you speak up, that's all that matters. So don't admonish somebody when they speak out on Facebook like, hey, I'm having a tough time. We want you to speak up. We want you to talk. How many guys would still be here had they spoken up and said, you know what, I need to talk to somebody? So many would have done that. And I tell people, we can't save them all, but we could damn sure try. And we want you here. We need you here. We love you here. On your cell phone, you can call or text 988. If you're going through anything, reach out to us. I'm telling you, once you start talking, you'll feel better. It happened to me. It can happen to you too. So please know that. Please know that we love you more than anything else in the world. God loves you too.
Amen to that. Peace, love, rock and roll. Before we go, I do want to pass this along. If you saw the IndyCar race last night, Joseph Newgarden was in a pretty bad accident. He has tweeted he's okay. Says not sure what to say other than thank you to the AMR safety team and the safety of the car. And says a little bit more, but he is good. A scary crash, but glad to see that Joseph is okay. That's going to do it for us. DVD coming up next here on